Hey everybody, Motorpoet 59 here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Mankato Area Public School District in Minnesota and what these idiots have done. This is one of those pieces of American happenings right now that will eventually become history, that with any luck will be quickly stopped and quickly forgotten, because if it isn't, if it becomes bigger, it will become a terrible, terrible page in American history. What this school board has done, made of mostly white members, they have voted to give a stipend to non-white teachers for them to be able to mentor non-white teachers. And they are claiming that this is somehow neither racist nor segregationist. Segregationist? Is that a word? Can I say that on YouTube? They're crazy. They're absolutely crazy. If this isn't segregation and racism, I don't know what is. Obviously, these people are college educated, which is where they began to be brainwashed with leftist ideologies there, and they have carried them over and listened to the mainstream media and listened to the leftist government that we have now that is trying to, for some reason, change the definition of racism, change the definition of segregation to fit in their little mold of what it is, and make it sound like anytime that a conservative says one of those words, that we might as well be dropping F-bombs and taking God's name in vain, because we're all racists, we're all segregationists the moment we question this kind of behavior. They referred to the non-white teachers, whether they were the ones that were going to mentor or the ones that were going to be mentored, as them, as those people. Is that somehow okay? It's not okay with me. I don't think anyone should be referred to as them or those people. It's frustrating. It's just so frustrating. And white teachers aren't eligible for this in any way, shape, or form, which just furthers this whole thing of segregationist ideas and racism. White people are somehow incapable of mentoring people who aren't white. How come they just don't do this by case per case and have whoever wants to be a mentor, regardless of their color or sexual preference or whatever, have them volunteer to be mentors, to mentor whomever needs to be mentored, regardless of their color. And if you want to pay them a stipend to do that, fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with experienced teachers helping out teachers coming up, or teachers who have been around for a while but are struggling with whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with making all teachers better, and I don't have a problem with the experienced ones utilizing their experience and sharing their experience regardless of their color, their gender, their sexual identification, whatever. I don't care. But to segregate a group of people according to the color of their skin, whether they're, it just says non-white, so I'm assuming everybody but white, whatever, Asians, Native Americans, blacks, Hispanics, whatever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If I were a black person, and I have already seen articles, but backlash on this in posts and on social media, and some clips on YouTube and on Fox News, where there are black people who are really pissed about this, and they should be. They should be outraged, and they should be calling these people on the carpet. I hope that this school board overturns this and decides not to do this and decides to just make a mentoring program like something that I talked about. As I said, these people were indoctrinated in college. Some of them looked, I don't know if they were as old as I am. I'm 62. I don't know if anybody in that group was that old. But the point is, they were indoctrinated years ago, and it's only gotten worse as they've gone through the school systems and been affected in their thinking by the government throwing money at these school programs that don't work. They haven't worked. They're not going to work. But hey, as long as Democrats keep saying we'll throw money at it, these teachers keep saying, oh, those good old Democrats and those bad old Republicans, they want all the kids to be backwards and not be able to spell, and they want old people to, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This is just, in my opinion, another tool of the handlers of the left, the people running the Democrat Party, the people making decisions for the left today, and the political left. And these teachers, whether they realize it or not, are a pawn in that game, and they may or may not realize that this is just another tool of the left to continue to divide our nation. And they're succeeding. And people like the school board aren't just letting it happen. They're helping. They're all in. They're behind this 100%. Let's get the nation divided. And I don't know that they even realize it's happening. And they say that people who go to college are smarter. That is just not the case. That's just not the case. I don't know, man. This is getting ridiculous. It's been scary for a while, but it's getting worse. Things like this are only going to cause problems between people. They're going to cause problems between people who don't need to have problems between them. Those problems don't exist until people like this say they exist. They talk these things into existence, and the next thing you know, everybody's fighting again. Nobody's happy, and the kids going to these schools are the ones who pay the heaviest price. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later.